Hello, guys. Welcome to our Scam Check Wednesdays Live, your live resource where online affection are put to the ultimate reality check, all in real time. If you are communicating with a woman online and you find yourself wondering, is she the real deal or is this too good to be true? If that sounds like you, then don't look for no further. You are exactly where you need to be. My name is Jana, and every Wednesday I will be with you here live to help you get answers to these troubling questions. So, guys, if any of our viewers staying in communication with any woman online and you just want to receive some answers on your question, not to get into troubles, is she a fake or a real woman with the real intentions? You are welcome to ask your questions to describe your situation. It's easy to do in the chat. And today I'd wish to dedicate this live stream with the topic how you can recognize that you exactly on a scam site. Uh, so you can prevent actually such troubles to yourself if you will recognize some red flags and you will see some behavior which is not typical for Ukrainian ladies, for series of them. So let's discuss this today. So scam site, a site which doesn't have an intention actually to make you successful to dating with a woman. So when the woman there, majority of them, probably not 100%, but majority of them will be fake profiles. Fake means without any intention to start relationships. So they will communicate with you just to pull money from you, right? For chat or for letters or for pictures or videos, or even it can be like free in brackets free communication, but then a lady as well like trying to exchange personal contacts and to go to communicate to WhatsApp or email or some other um, applications, and with the time she as well will trick you. Trick you means that not gonna start relationships, will manipulate you to receive even more money that you could spend on fake sites. So what are the red flags? Guys, first of all, the red flag when you receiving the letters, of course, it's not something typical for Ukrainian ladies to approach a man first and to attract his attention when we communicating first. And chat as well, request to the chat with any kind of like catfishing when they have this, phrases which already prepared ahead, like Control C, Control V, copy and paste to every chat, to every man possible. Guys, can you imagine just Ukrainian woman, especially nowadays with the war, when still we have to provide our life, that someone will stay on the online platform every day by hours and to wait until some foreign guy will start romance with the lady. It doesn't work like this. Just like an example, I can compare with the Guaranty agency. Just example. It's not even like promotion that it should work this way. Just what I can see in reality. Ladies who are current fiancés, they have their own life. They live in a different countries. They can work or visit some classes, language courses, live their life. Very different situations. No one from them staying next to laptop and waiting for a man constantly. So lady can register and then she waiting when the matchmaker will reach to her and ask her impression about the man. It's like an example how it can work. But if the lady every day can stay online on the site and send you like chat and pictures, where when she working, when does she working then? Like she's sitting on the side all her free time or during working time. It should bring some suspicions, right? So in reality, guys, no one staying and doing this. Like I will stay online and wait when someone will respond to me, or especially will message first. Our ladies just doesn't behave this way, and in reality, I can't imagine that some lady will first message to a man somewhere at networks like, "Oh, you looking good," or something else. Today, I had an interesting consultation, and man was smart enough to escape from such kind of sites because he had this logic question. He's 50 plus, and ladies 25 years old bombarded him with the letters and chat, and he asked himself like, but why? Why is she texting that she fall in love with me? It never can happen, so it doesn't work this way that fast. From woman's initiative is it's as well looks weird. And then he wanted to delete his profile, and the site didn't to do this. So he did a tricky thing. He changed his profile information. So he deleted all the pictures and switched his height and weight to something inappropriate, like 400 lips and something like very, very short. And he still kept receiving all the invitations, all the letters. And of course, this is the brightest indicator. In reality, even sometimes good looking men can receive rejections for who knows what reason. Sometimes it can be an answer like, not my type of man. And this is reality, guys. Not like all women can just follow one man just because he is a man. No, nobody is hungry in Ukraine, no one behaving like this. And you should just understand that if you could be here, no one on the street will do the same things. It should bring just some logic and suspicions how it can work in reality. Our ladies like to be pursued and waiting from a man first steps. This is, I can say, critically important. I can say if the lady can contact first or try to attract men's attention, it's just few ladies with a certain character who like fine with this, but just few, and it's nothing like I love you. Let's with some certain offer. So this is first, and second, of course, if the site try to charge um, some fee for communication. It shouldn't be for communication. You can communicate and just try to get know person, and it can never work as well. Number three, when the site not let you to escape. If the site doesn't want you to escape, it means he don't want the site doesn't want to make you successful. Actually, the company wants you to be a eternal client here for eternity to pay fee monthly fee or for communication minutes or for letters, but still they just want to charge money from you and never want actually to satisfy your intention to find a partner there and to turn this communication out of the site into something real, just because they will lose money, they will lose the customer who are able to pay. And this as well should be warning for you. And yeah, sure. For I think that very logical that you think if I will put better pictures, yeah, I will have more attention, I will be more successful. But opposite, if you will not have pictures and or put something ugly, you will still receive attention. So on that kind of site, it works reverse to natural laws in which works in reality. What else I can add about the sites? Yeah, as well, guys, not the typical that lady will offer you to exchange contacts first when the lady is an initiator. As well, still the lady will wait this initiative from you, even if she don't mind to exchange contacts. At least can be can happen. Yeah, if you can offer to exchange contacts, she can be interested in you, but can be rejection as well, and it means that she wants you to stay on this side. But don't think that you are a winner too fast if she agreed to exchange contacts, especially if this is email. Guys, Ukrainian ladies never communicating via email, never use this service for exactly communication. So, still, if you will even exchange personal contacts, you should be careful how often she responding in certain hours or certain days, or she available during a day, how much time she want to dedicate into communication. I can tell you from my personal experience and from what works in reality. If for a person, a man or a woman, let's talk about ladies. If the lady is interested to know some man, if she wants to start this communication, interesting to start relationship, uh, usually it's some kind of addiction first days when you're addicted to communicate, to learn about each other, because it's so interesting to exchange point of views, exchange life goals. You're excited to share about your present and past and probably some goals for future. So you have a lot to discover. And if the person not paid for this, you will be involved in this communication just because of excitement, just because you're interested in to learn actually this. And opposite, the person who like employee and should supposed to receive some fee for this communication will not waste that much time, because first of all you are not the only client, and secondly, like what the sense to invest that much of your time for free? It's not interesting. So it would be the bright indicator how exciting your communication. Don't forget that scammers, they are very good psychologists just because they understand the niche, specific niche of their prospective clients, that this usually lonely, sometimes desperate man who came here with the only purpose to meet a nice lady, a nice life partner, and they know what buttons to play. And of course, they will play romance and create some romantic fantasies that you want to believe in this. So don't forget, don't miss the reality. But I think the brightest indicator would be exactly time. I I don't think that scammer, even this scammer by design, will dedicate that much time. Like, guys, when you have sometimes really good connection, you can communicate by hours. It can be up to 4 or even 5 hours of just chatting, which is free, don't forget. So almost half of your like daytime you will dedicate exactly for free, and not one day just because you want to learn about the person. And it would be, for you, it should be a green flag that only person with interest can invest time, our the most precious resource. And if the lady want to take an advantage from you, no guarantees from the beginning. So probably they will work by certain schedule, or at least even, if it's random time of the day, not to dedicate that much time just because they doesn't need that. They not excited about your communication. They excited to catch you as a fish and then to take an advantage. But if this communication out of sight and not being paid for hours, no reason to stay for hours. Guys, let's see who is here. What, привіт, шановна Жаночка. And after my stream, all here. And Jana, we are here to second round. Super, guys. I'm very happy of this. Andy, hello to all who followed over here. Nice. Juan Antonio, привіт, lovely lady. I feel like I haven't seen you in such a long time. I'm looking forward to learning good things from you. Mm, you know, I'd wish to say that for you is nothing to learn here, almost, just because you are quite intelligent, that you understand things by yourself. But still, it can be some helpful information. Just to remind you things. Thank you so much, Bill. Jana, what indicates a good site? Andy, I compared just with our match guarantee agency just because I don't have another experience. Like, is it possible to communicate somewhere else online for free or not for free with some fee? I think that indicator of a good site would be, of course, in general, it's you should understand that this is still a service when some employees working to technically support to upload all the information, all the profiles, even if you're doing this by yourself, but still it should be approved by probably administrator. So it's still work, it's still some technical platforms. So that can be, I think that even it can be fine if any site charging any fee. Depends how realistic this fee and how soon you will receive the result, and this result should be positive. Positive result. It is actually what I said to you in general, that if the lady really interested about your intentions to start relationships, she will be fine to escape out of the site and exactly to do video chat by herself. If you can see any kind of excuses, like she can chat with you, but on video she will tell you like, oh, my English is not that good, so why you chatting here, or it is not you probably then. Yeah, and such kind of logic questions, they should work, they should pop up at your head. So free video dates must have, or at least if they are not free, then lady should understand for herself, is she ready to move next. If you can see that they want to tight you, like for second and third round of this video date, I think that it's a bad sign. So opposite from red flags, yeah. So I believe that a person who seriously interested to start relationship will use this opportunity to have some small talk with you, and if both of you interested and satisfied about this small talk, you can go out of the site and have real communication one-on-one. What kind of risks the lady has? Not that much. If you behave yourself polite. So, but as I mentioned, I think exactly dedication of time, if this time not being paid for communication, if you don't need to pay, that would be the brightest indicator. As well, guys, one of very bright signs marks on such sites with fakes. Ladies will try to always please you, to satisfy your fantasies or to create these fantasies, or they will bring tough stories. So, or everything good with the lady and she creating romance with you, everything's so bright, or very soon she will bring some tough stories to manipulate. But reality, guys, you should understand that it's not always bright, not always lovely fantasy. Lady can not like something about your communication, and her reaction will be, she will, just pull away a bit. So she will keep probably silence, or like, some give you some reaction, not that friendly, not that smiley. And this is reality, because it's, even if you have great level of connection and like communication with each other, you can be not on the same page in certain things, and it's normal to have opinion which is opposite. What scammers doing, as I see from stories of my clients, they always trying to satisfy you, they always trying to please you, so to warm your ego, to be naturally like interesting, attractive, and good to you. That's good. And Dijana, is there, to your knowledge, any free site with the good intentions when it comes to finding, I believe, Slavic love? Andy, I'm not familiar. I don't know, honestly, even from what like my clients could tell me. I'm sorry, but I don't know free site. And you should understand for yourself that almost everything what is free, it would be like lack of some quality. It can work sometimes, it can work. But what makes site not free is exactly a good. Speaking about good agencies. It's exactly the quality of ladies that someone have to check their background, their intentions, work with them, because not everything is that simple. That is nice to have free opportunity. Free opportunity you can have, for example, at Facebook, but what lady will agree to add you? Yeah, it's not like a dating platform, it's just an opportunity. Not every lady will add you. And as well, I heard already such stories that in the Facebook, scammers trying to play their cards, yeah, and to approach some men via Facebook, for example, or maybe some other. So exactly the site, I unfortunately I can't, as I know all these applications like Badoo and Tinder, as I know they are free, but as well it's such a bad lottery when from probably from numbers you can meet someone who is decent with the serious intentions, who can promise to you that intentions of the person is are serious, without any control, quality control. No one can promise to you. So free, it's a lottery, and you still can be tricked with the people with bad intentions on something free. I don't want to mismessage you that you only have to pay. I just explaining to you that those platforms which charge any fee for this opportunity, understandable, just because they doing some work with the quality control. Everything what is free is anarchy, no control, no one can control their quality intentions of people and their behavior. So you can have troubles just because our lack of control. Free sites disappeared in early 2000s and were replaced by dating-focused websites. I didn't know even. This is, I believe, just because what the reason for anyone on this planet to create something for free, to dedicate time, especially everything what is you need to work with any platform. It's not for free. First of all, for creator of this site. So to create any platform, you need to pay, because you need to, at least to pay to any IT specialist, yeah, to create the site, the program. Secondly, then to support this technically. Then, of course, if it's free, no any promotion, no any advertisements. But then who will know about this app or site if it doesn't have an advertisement? Advertisements expensive. Then who will dedicate time to exactly to follow the quality control? So anyway, everywhere when people have to be involved, no one will do this for free just to, you know, it's not like an art when you can, I don't know, like dedicate hours to create something good for people because it's some constant work and support. What bombarded him with the letters, standard scam practice. I still receive emails from such sites with messages from women who are apparently interested in meeting an old guy from Zimbabwe without pictures. Sure, because it doesn't matter which guy from where will pay for their communication, so you can mention whatever. Renejana, I'm involved 5 months with a lady from Kiev. We have chatted and done some video chats. I offered a meeting in Spain. She said no. She says it is too far from her home. Should I believe her? This is too, Rene, thank you for your question. It's exactly very like good place, yeah, for exactly this question. So you're welcome to share your experience here. 5 months, it's a lot. Uh, any details why it's too far? So she cannot afford the tickets because, for example, she can get to Poland, which is not a problem, but to Spain she need to get by plane, which is expensive. This can be a reason, and it can be a real reason for a normal lady, just because, guys, to go to by bus to Poland is very cheap. It's like up to maximum 50 euros or dollars. But to get then to from Warsaw to Spain, it can be $200-300, and it turns one way like three point $500, and this amount of money just to one way ticket. So back and forth is a big amount of money for Ukrainian lady, and this can be a reason. So better you can check at least is she sincere, especially if you do video chats. Just offer to meet in Poland. Even if you don't have this intention to go to Poland, just check her reaction and you will see she still try to find excuses, or she like can speak about this and plan something. And as well, like check your opportunities, like why not in Poland, because it will be really more convenient. As well, please be considered if this woman is real. I understand you're from United States and it can take like 17 hours of travel, yeah, from your place to Europe. But as well, the lady depends on her location. If she is from Kiev, it would be 17 hours as well. It's a very long 6 hours just on the border, when doesn't matter what time of the day, even at night time, the guarders will, get you out from the bus, check literally all your stuff you have with yourself, several passport controls. Like it's very exhausting procedure, and it's a tough trip. And by bus it's not that enjoyable. By plane depends of course, if economy class as well, not that enjoyable probably. But it can looks at least realistic, because 5 months of communication is a lot. So on this point you already should ask yourself what's the intention of the lady. Does she even looking for anyone if she already okay to just communicate 5 months? What about, doesn't she want to meet in person? Or what the purpose of this communication for her? But what Spain means, she would have to travel to a neighboring country and fly to the other side of Europe to meet you. That's quite a trip. First of all, this is expensive. And for a first trip, yeah, I can say that it's like too much commitment from ladies' side for our traditional culture. So we're expecting that a man will take this responsibility on his shoulder, and a man will, do some effort. Okay, we have just on the same page. Hi, Matt. Rene, what? I know some Spanish, so I would feel comfortable meeting there. Mm. In Poland, you will not have troubles with English, Rene. It doesn't work like this. So now you're showing like I will feel comfortable, but doesn't matter what is comfortable for you. So with such kind of behavior, you can push away a good lady if like you will do only things what are comfortable for you. So here at the beginning of meeting, important to find compromises, and from a man's side, we're expecting a bit more commitment. But guys, another way it will not work. If it would be if the lady will agree for all such really inconvenient things, it would be too good to be true. What? Rene, Kiev to Krakow, for example, 10, 11 hours by bus, then she'd need a bus or taxi to the airport, wait there for at least 1 hour, fly for several more hours. Well, yes, time a bit more time than that you mentioned, a bit more, just as I mentioned, because it's always 5, 6 hours on the border just when you travel by bus, and of course time in the road. From Kiev is 10 hours ride, and then you need to be at the airport 2 hours before your flight, and to Spain like 2.5 hours, from 2 to 3 hours. So it's challenging, but first it's expensive for lady, and I understand if you're not gonna pay for your tickets ahead. So better to avoid any kind of risks, better to create that opportunities that she can cope with the price for bus tickets, and you will meet at that country, but not to send money ahead for person you never know, you never met. Lots in Poland know English, absolutely, guys. I faced with this before I started to speak Polish. I spoke in English here if I needed something, and as well I have friends who are English speaking friends, and they doesn't know Polish at all. Some tourists, some like guests in Warsaw, and some my friends who live in here in Poland during some time, but they know just few words on Polish. They can't speak, and they live in here constantly only with English, and no, um, like not necessarily to learn Polish even if you live here. Absolutely possible. Yes, sometimes you can face with some person who doesn't speak English. So what? You can find another solution. You can ask someone for translation, or to use translator, or to go to another place. Depends on circumstances, but can be. I didn't face with something like I can't cope here because of language barrier. True. But what Renee here is the thing that what is doesn't work out, or it's not as she expected. She would have traveled for such long time, is at opposite side of Europe, and would have to go all the way back. Rene, what? That's the point of a meeting, to see if we can be a match. Location has to be agreed upon. Absolutely, exactly. The meeting is a point. So, how do you think lady will feel if she understands that she need to pay $700 and like 15 hours of trip to meet a stranger, and 50-50 risks you have that probably you will not like each other, or something can happen wrong. So for our ladies, it would be too risky. We will not do this because, guys, you just don't understand that we better will skip this opportunity than to take this risk, just because we used to such treatment, just because it's a man's obligation to commit. It works in our country. We don't know another way. We just don't know how is possible, like if the man can't, like organize this opportunity. So it means that then it would be very challenging to date with him, because all the time lady will have to do 50% of commitment to make it works, but it doesn't work for traditional culture. Matt, the 20-22 hours of flights and layovers is much more enjoyable than the 15-17 hours of trains or buses. Yeah, at least for me, plus a hotel between bus and train and flights. That is true, guys. That is true. And I difficult to imagine that our ladies will agree for such trip. What to Renee understand, but traveling once by airplane or having to go through several public transportations methods, or several times sitting in a bus at the border for hours is a difference. Guys, don't even try to start this game to compare. It's just not how it can work with our culture, okay? So our ladies already understand that it's a war in country, and for you it can be really scary to, she lives there every day in Kiev, but she doesn't want any kind of risk or danger for a guest. It's understandable, and lady already ready to commit to meet in some neighbor country, but to make this meeting a challenge to her and to pay for this more than monthly or couple months of her income, I don't think that is possible. Jack, to end, a free site exists, but better to pay for a site that I set up to be anti-scam by design. They exist, few are real, very few. 99% of scams are a waste of time. Even the legit site scammers exist. Um, Jack, can you share with me? It's interesting for me to understand what is this anti-scam by design um, set up. It's some app, or what is this? How it can protect you from scam by design? Because at the beginning they just real people who communicating with you for free for a long distance goal. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Language translation is really not a barrier with the modern technology any longer. Absolutely. Many types and options of translators exist. I can't name specifics because this platform will delete this chat post, but I can find the major internet sites for $100, 80 plus languages supported. Guys, GPT chat for me is the best translator. Met to check if You have an Android, it has built-in conversation translator. Okay. Вот, Жаночка, sites like Match Guarantee, I'd recon that don't follow people for formula and actually vet ladies. Absolutely, because this is absolutely different process in general, guys. It's not just a site when you can go and talk directly to a lady. As well, your profile doesn't exist men's gallery at all. So your profile is just a folder with your information which will be sent specifically just to certain lady uh, because she need to understand you, but it's not something that someone can see and text you, contact you. And Dijana, I was on the site where I had to verify by passport. To be honest, I don't think that it's guarantee for me. Even opposite. I'm not an expert here at such kind of registrations, but Andy, for me, it could be a red flag that I have to share such personal details because your passport ID is something very personal and people can take an advantage from you because of this information. Renee, Jana, and what I appreciate your opinions. I ask to get a different perspective. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Yeah, that is the point that you can hear like my feedback, how it can work, what reaction from lady is normal and what is not. So for me, this is a normal reaction. So for me, it's again more points to this lady that she can be real, but you should learn for yourself more details. What the reason of her rejection? She doesn't want to meet with you at all, or she scared with this long trip and expensive tickets, because as I mentioned, you can't pay these tickets for a stranger ahead, or even if you will buy personally by yourself and send QR code, what guarantee that lady will use those tickets, that you still will not throw money to nowhere. And just need to understand more information about her reason why she doesn't want. But as I understand, as I can explain, it's very reasonable because I don't think that lady will do that effort. Mhm. Jana, this should make it so that only real people can register, right? Very I have doubt about these guarantees. Like, okay, only real people, what a problem to steal someone's IDs, someone's passports. I don't think that it can give some protection. And okay, I understand if lady who using site for free should register with a passport, but what the reason to take passport ID from guys who paying? Yeah, of course you are real because you are not that one who sending to multiply ladies and then scamming them. Men must establish rapport with the lady. She is more likely to meet you once it's been established. Yes, absolutely. But they already have 5 months of communication, and this is for me suspicions because why not earlier? What the intention of the lady to waiting for so long? So during 5 months, she has some stranger on distance and still fine with this. And now, when she has real opportunity to meet, why just to reject? Why not to make this possible if she interested about meeting. So she should like you if serious intentions to meet a man, you stay in 5 months in communication. So normal reaction should be, Spain is so far, I can't go by bus many hours and then by plane and by all this is it's not, nothing bad to tell this, yes, that this is expensive, and to offer some solution like, what if we can meet in Poland? For me it would be appropriate. I don't offer you to go to Ukraine, but in Poland it can be appropriate, or Czech Republic, or whatever neighbor country which is appropriate for lady. And then, yeah, rapport already built during 5 months, I believe, if they have video chats. What to end it? There is actually a large network that claimed all the women were verified with passport, but turns out they weren't. I don't believe as well. Jack, very few men know and understand that all Ukrainians have two different passports. Their one were born with the history and the address, which is an important issue. Also, second travel passport. Yes, guys, we have two passports. They are not the same. One is Ukrainian ID card. Old ones, they were paper, like the same as travel passport when you need to stamp visas. The same format was before. Many people still have this format. I have already plastic ID card. And second travel passport, which is like counts as international passport, and you need to receive it specifically. And yeah, they have different IDs, of course. But the problem is not in this. It doesn't cause any problem. It still doesn't guarantee that this person will be verified and this person is safe and real. This information as well can be stolen, or who will actually check the information from this ID? Is this ID accurate? This is good advice. Juan Antonio, I don't know true details of their 6 month communications. I don't think talk alone is enough to establish proper rapport. Talk alone, you mean that just chat or video chat? Juan, for me is enough time, of course, to to know each other. Hunting, got it. To know each other and to build rapport, exactly. So I believe that you can build rapport during 1 month of communication. I believe so, that after 1 month, when you're communicating with the chat, with the video chat, you all already excited to experience, to know the person in reality. Then I understand that can be certain circumstances when it cannot happen immediately. So probably you should be patient. If both of you still interested, you should be patient with more than 1 month, like 2 months. But if you communicating with one each other during 5 6 months before you, why not to meet earlier? Okay, circumstances, both of them, both of partners fine with this, to arrange for some appropriate moment, but then you need to create this moment, and to if this decision already accepted, then you just need to have a deal exactly about the details, when and where. But I don't know how to build rapport on distance, out of chat and video chat. What else you can do? But what to Jack? Several scam sites had quite a few one-star reviews, but yes, a lot of five-star review are paid for. And still, probably this one-star even reviews site still can work, and some men who didn't check the reviews still having problems. Jack, also it's 2023, almost 24th. If a woman will not video chat with you on Zoom, Skype, or whatever messenger, whatever, then it's a scam, plain and simple, not really difficult to understand. Couple weeks. Oh my God, absolutely, Jack. Even not 2 weeks. Oh my God, it's no harm here to do a video chat, and for ladies the same interest in like what a harm, like oh my God, I'm shy, I don't know you enough that we okay, if your communication grows slowly, so then probably it can happen not immediately, but usually, especially if guys, it's not something what can happen unexpectable. You should understand that if some of you goes to any kind of online site, you go there with the purpose to meet future partner, and lady should have the same purpose, the same goal. And if she already there with the purpose, with the reason for lady to reject video chat, are you in search? If you are here, yes, I'm in search. So let's experience each other. Let's look at each other in reality. Pictures, it can be not your picture, it can be old picture. And the video chat, exactly the major indicator and how much time lady ready to invest in this. So if she really needs to go, okay, she can explain the circumstances and she will be glad to reach to you when she will get free, or if she all the time using these excuses, that should be a red flag. So you can receive a lot of information actually from this. Guys, we will finish today's live stream. I hope that was some reminder for some of you. I hope it could help with the Renee situation. If you still in the chat, I'd wish, of course, to receive more details and probably to help you better. Anyway, good luck to all. Old picture, someone looks very different is considered catfishing, though. I mean, lady as well can have the suspicion that a man, she as well should want to check a man in reality on video chat, because man's picture can be 10 years ago and now man is very different looking. So if the lady is serious, of course she will want to check this. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have to finish because I have an appointment for the client. Bye bye.